Hey everybody, Jacob here from Two Vets Outdoors. Today we are going to shoot some bows. I'm going to discuss some issues I had with shooting. If you watched some of the videos, path wasn't real good. So I went back, watched some of those videos, looked at some comments talking about my technique and my form and all that, and definitely found some problems. Been fixing it over the last about a month, 2 months, so we're gonna shoot, see how that goes. And then I've also over the last 2 years been shooting this Knock to It release from Knock on Archery, and about a month ago I bought silverback, same exact release, just one's a thumb trigger, one's a back tension. So it's definitely been showing me some errors in my technique, so it's fixed. So I'm set up right now. We're gonna shoot some arrows at 50 yards. These are the arrows I just built. You guys just saw that video. So we're going to shoot them. They are gold tip kinetic pierce platinums, 250s, half out insert, ballistic color, 125 grain tip. 505, 506 grain arrow. So, and we're shooting out of our prime black series. And so I'll show you some of the things that I noticed right off the bat with my shooting technique that I realized definitely was putting some pressure on my shooting, which was making things kind of go erratic and awry. So when I'd come back to full draw, I'd like smash my face on that on the string, you know, from my tip of my nose all the way down to my where my hand was, and my sight was way far left of my center line, and I'd been doing it for a few years and I never even really noticed. So I went back, 3 years of videos and I was doing it. So now I come back to my anchor point and just barely touch my nose on that string, and things have gone real good. We'll shoot a couple, then I'll walk through this release. So before, I would draw back, come to my anchor, and just like smash it, and you can see like how flexible that string is. So it was definitely doing a number on my shooting. So now I'm in my anchor point, real happy, just barely touching that string. So it's made a big difference. But if you're interested in a back tension release, this is a real good one so far. What I did was I have a bow scale, drew back. I was holding like 14 pounds. So I have this set. Then you do the same thing with this, and it comes with all the Allen wrenches. So you loosen this, and then clockwise is more pressure, counterclockwise less. So I have a set at 18.5 pounds. I really like that for 4.5 pounds. So when I'm in my anchor point, all I do is, so I have like a real bad shoulder from the Army. And so instead of doing this, which hurts and it pops and just sounds real rough, so I just curl my fingers to get that. I just figure that's a better option for me with, a 65% blown out shoulder. So it may not be proper, but I'd rather do that and not be in agonizing pain every time I shoot my bow. So that's another reason why I've swapped from 2 prime, is my shoulder it seems a little better on my shoulder. That's why, like, you'll see in our videos, like, I start out real good drawing my bow back, and then I'm in one of these numbers where I'm using both arms and keeping everything pretty tight to my body. It's just because of my shoulder. But usually I do high, draw back. It just, after a while, gets to hurt my shoulder pretty good. but this new release is pretty decent. So we're stacking arrows pretty nice at about 50 yards, so it's pretty nice. And then a back tension, but the issue with the back tension is I'm shooting a pretty small target. I think it's only a 2 foot by 2 foot bag. When it goes bad at 50, it goes bad. So, but over time, you know, I've been shooting this thing for a little while now. It'll definitely tighten groups up. So, I mean, it's a little bit windy here today, but not too bad. But I also look at, I mean, when I get told your form's bad, or how you draw bow back's bad, or what you're doing's bad, like, I look at it like a golf swing or how you shoot a basketball. Like, everyone's different. Everyone's gonna do a little different. Like, you see people on YouTube and you don't know what they're going through with their body, or you know, if you have a bad shoulder, or bad back, or bad whatever. So I feel it's kind of like unfair to judge someone based on a video. It happens all the time though. We deal with it, so I try not to let it bother me too bad. But at the same time, you know, I did go through all the videos and was able to see some things that definitely could have been addressed, and did address them. So that was a little helpful. Oh, dang it. So we'll see. I got one more arrow, and then we'll go pull, shoot again. Probably shoot a couple rounds, and then just have a good day with it. If you can see, like, there's no pressure on my string, just barely put my nose on it. So we'll go pull, see where we're at. Not too bad a shoot, but I feel like this back tension release has helped a lot. There's no like punching, just a nice fluid pull back on the release till it goes. I feel like if I get a little bit more comfortable, I might change it to a little less, maybe like drop down to like 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, something like that. But right now I'm still just kind of trying to get comfortable with it, a little more comfortable in the back wall with it. So 4.5 seems to get rid of a lot of the little flailing arounds and the, you know, real hard pulls on it. So I can pull a little bit on the back wall. I don't know if I'd use this in a hunting situation or not, but maybe if I get comfortable enough with it, I don't see why you couldn't. I know it's not like a you can shoot right now type of release, but I think that actually might help out. And I think once it gets a little closer to tack, you can see behind me is our cattle pasture. And I might put like my 3D archery. I have a couple 3D targets. I might shove them down in all the trees and shoot from my back porch. I have an elevated back porch to, you know, get some of that, you know, tack style feel. get ready for punching through trees and all that. That actually might help, because I think, you know, for the last couple of years for getting ready, I just shoot back here in my backyard, and it's pretty wide open, and I can shoot. My property's narrow but real long, but up here in the front I can shoot like 87 yards, I think. So from side fence to side fence, which is far. Like, you're not making, realistically, I'm not shooting that at a deer or an elk or something, but if you know, if I'm comfortable at continue shooting. It's getting pretty windy. Couple more arrows and we'll probably call it a day. Then and I've also swapped sights. So when we were shooting attack, I had a CB Engage hybrid 5-pin. Now I'm shooting, it's a Spot Hog Fast Eddie XL dovetail with the Ultra View 2-pin scope on it. So, and so far I do like it. It is nice. Oh, that one was bad. That was a bad one. I could tell it was real punchy. Well, go pull those arrows, and as always, thank you for joining the video. If you guys would tap dance on that like and subscribe button, that would be sweet. We have some more videos coming your way. We're gonna try to go to TAC in Utah this year. I want to go maybe do a mountain archery fest. I think that would be real cool. Get a little different thing. And then got some hunts planned out depending on what happens with draws. So there'll definitely be some elk hunting, definitely be some deer hunting, and I think there may be a Texas trip or two. So as always, thank y'all for joining. We'll see you next time.